Thus far in this lesson, we've done color correction using devices like the 10-step wedge, which is actually really good. But that's a mechanical device to help us out. Nothing wrong with it. It's great. We've looked at using levels, using the eyedropper, and then identifying a neutral tone area, and then just simply clicking. There are times when you will do it completely manually. This does require something, however. It does require that your monitor be calibrated because we're going by nothing but our eyes. And if your monitor's calibrated to output, what you see is what you're going to get. And with that said, we're going to use levels. We're going to go into our little half moon icon again and choose levels as an adjustment layer. And there we go. No eyedroppers. We're going right over here. You see three sliders: shadows, midtones, highlights. These buttons over here, if you click them, will identify the areas in here and change those automatically. But we're going to do this manually. If you click here, you will see that you have RGB, which is where we are, red, green, and blue. I'm going to change to red, green, and blue. I want you to watch what goes on with this histogram down here. That's what that is. It changes. Well, think about it like mixing colors. In the real world, if I have a tub of red and I mix some other color with it, it's going to change. Or if I have a tub of blue and I mix yellow, I get green. Same idea here. Those are the numbers of the pixels, where they are, and how many of each one they are for blue, green, and red. This is a composite. That's kind of like an average of where they all are. This image does have too much yellow in it. So what we're going to do, and this is just a manual thing, remember, we're going to go into blue because the opposite of blue is yellow. The opposite of green is magenta. And the opposite of red is cyan. Those opposite values are obviously important because if you have too much yellow in an image, you need to know where to go because I don't see the word yellow up here. It's the opposite of blue. We're going to use the middle slider. The middle slider controls the balance between blue and yellow. If I go to the middle slider and move it this way, you can see I'm adding more yellow. However, if I go the other way, I'm removing yellow and I'm adding blue. And remember, we're doing this with our eyes and nothing else. This is a total manual calibration of that image. We can then go, say, to green, and I think I want to add just a little green. Right adds the color, left subtracts the complementary. And maybe a little bit of red. Something about like that. And again, here's the before and the after. So I think we're doing all right. One other thing is I would like to darken or lighten her up. If you go to the individual colors, the red, green, blue, you are controlling color. If you go back to RGB, we haven't changed anything there. You're controlling tone because you're moving all three sliders at the same time. I don't want to change the color. I'm happy with the color. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drag this to the left or to the right. And what I'm doing is I'm beginning to darken or lighten the image. The levels adjustment, in a sense, serves two functions. It allows me to control color, and it allows me to control tone. RGB's for tone, the other three are for colors. If you've got a good eye and a calibrated monitor, it is possible using levels or curves, for that matter, to actually do some very good color correction.